can still see the look in their eyes when they wondered how in the world did their son, their only son, end up in a homeless shelter as an alcoholic. And that's something I'll never be able to get back. I'm an alcoholic. I began drinking at the age of 9. My expectations were of a white middle-class kind of guy. Get jobs, accumulate things, get bigger jobs and bigger houses. Those were all of the expectations. I was a highly functional alcoholic for decades, held senior management jobs in Fortune 100 companies, and drank all the time. And hid it well. And it finally caught up to me. At one point, the drinking got so bad and the shakes got so bad that it would take me 20 minutes to put a glass down. And at the time, I still had a home, beautiful home, still had all those things. And when they went away in a hurry. They went away quite literally overnight. I woke up in a hospital about 30 miles from my home, and I really don't know how I got there. I still don't know how I got there. And when I was discharged from there, I had nowhere to go. And I ended up here at the Salvation Army on September 22nd, 2009. That's my sober date. When I got here, as reality started coming in and some of my sanity started coming back, I realized that I'd lost my career, bank accounts, wife, house, car, and all of those things focused on me. There was absolutely no depth. It was, what did I lose? I don't come from a church background. My parents had never taken me to church. I had no interest in it. I didn't have anything against it. I just never thought about it. As I got here, I had the very good experience of getting to know Major Israel Velasquez, who taught Bible study here. And I always credit him as one of the 3 people that have saved my life. And Major Velasquez got me interested in Bible study and reading and paying attention and learning. And that's when the disappointment really kicked in. That's where I realized that I didn't experience love in any manner, that I certainly didn't recognize Jesus as a Savior, or frankly, even at that point, even understand who Jesus was. And he read something out of Psalms 3 for me that really helped him, where it talked about how many foes are there and how many reach out for me. And I realized that my foes were all me. My goals were things that resulted in envy and lust and greed and ego and self-will, and all of those stood in the way of me really progressing at all. Once I was saved, I had the opportunity to only look forward, be present in the now and look forward. It's not that I ignore the past, it's not that I think I'm cured, but it gives me an opportunity to look forward. One of the things when it talks about in the 3rd step about turning your life over to your higher power, which for me is Jesus, is that's total surrender. And that surrender is, for me, the key component in recovery. And the surrender, if you truly surrender to Jesus as your Lord and Savior, someone that you will sit with forever, you can't go back. It's impossible to go back to that lifestyle. There's too much joy, there's too much learning, there's too much opportunity to give back to ever move back to that position. We all want the same thing. We disguise it differently. We disguise everything behind different fears. I'm not worthy, I'm not lovable, I'm not smart, I'm not good looking. When in reality, once you completely surrender to the Lord, none of those things are important, because we're all good inside. We all deserve to feel that same love all the time. We all take a little bit different ways to get at it, and it takes longer for others. But in here you have that opportunity. I'm still, frankly, new in faith. I'm 65 now, so 7 years, almost 8 years. So still new. My expectations now are every day I recognize grace and gratitude, and I look for things to be grateful for, and I write those things down every day. It's a realization that things aren't going to be perfect just because of this. It doesn't eliminate the tough or the bad, but it does give you the foundation to make it tolerable. And it also gives you something to measure the joy. And the expectations now are to live a joyous life. So now I focus on Isaiah 43, where it says, "Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new things. Do you not perceive it?" And that drives me every day. My expectations now are to develop a great program here, to give everybody the same opportunity that I had.